Welcome to another Clever Dicks podcast. In this podcast, we talk to Woodie Campbell, or as we found out, to Wirimu Campbell. It was really good having a Maori take on what swimming is like. Wirimu has only started swimming recently, and we got the full story of how he got talked into swimming, how he ended up doing some Iron Maori triathalons because his sister basically emptied him into it, how his first wetsuit was stolen within a week, and since then he's managed to work his way out of a wetsuit. He told us how he enjoys his swimming while he's swimming and how he does that, and the fact that he loves drills because it just stops him from being bored. It was really great having a Maori outlook on swimming. I think you'll enjoy this just as much as we enjoyed talking to Wirimu. Welcome to the Clever Dicks podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking to Woodie. Welcome, Woodie.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks to be here.
Yeah.
Well, nice to be here. Thanks to be here.
Great.
Thanks to be here.
Talking South African now.
You've been talking to too many people for that. Right, well, normally sort of start off by just giving you an opportunity to tell your swim story, sort of what got you into swimming and what are you doing now, and just tell us a bit about you and swimming.
Right, what got me into swimming? Man.
Well, tell us, firstly, you're our first Maori interviewee.
Oh,
right?
Kia ora.
We want to understand what you look like behind that hoodie, six pack. So give a bit of a description of yourself. Where's your tribe from? Where you originally from, and how you got into swimming? Yeah.
Oh, so it's called Wirimu Toku Ingoa.
Yep.
Wirimu Campbell. Mum's from Ngāpui up at Hokianga.
Yep. Just say your full name again.
Oh, Wirimu Paurua Campbell.
Got you.
Yeah.
Did you get that? Can you spell that, Jim?
It's all on the computer.
Yeah. So that's where Woodie came from, right? Because I'm
I
guessing
think Woody came from way back in primary school.
Yeah.
A lot of my mates used to shorten Wirimu to Woody, like Wiri.
Yes.
And because all to my Pākehā mates say that, like, every time we roll our R's, they all thought we were pronouncing a D.
Yeah.
And so every time my mates would go, Woody, come on, haramai, you know.
Yep.
And but to my Pākehā mates, Woody.
Yeah.
You know?
So it just stuck.
And it just stuck, eh?
Okay.
And so it's been there since, 1969, 60s, 1970.
When were you born?
67.
Got you.
Yeah. So
Cool.
that's where it actually, that's right, we're pretty sure that's where it came from. And
Yeah.
we're just rolling the R's and the Pākehā mates were making it into a D. And then it just stuck.
Yeah,
It's just stuck there forever. And then all my uncles and aunties, they used to get angry at all my mates. Yeah, his name's Wirimu.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's Woody and stuff. I've still got an uncle now.
Still complains?
Oh no, yeah, well he when I say Woody sometimes and he's around, like from the Taranaki, yeah, he goes, hey boy, Wirimu. I'm going, yeah, kia ora, uncle.
Wirimu.
Yeah, so it's quite a hard case, and only my family, my whānau, called me Wirimu, but a lot of everyone around starting to know that Wirimu's actually my name.
Yep. So what do you prefer?
I hear it through swimming. Oh,
Doesn't matter?
doesn't bother me, no.
Okay, Wirimu.
Yeah.
All right, cool. When so the other important thing that you need to note is that Woody has got twins as well,
Oh, cool.
which is why we've invited him, because he's got good swimmers and is a good swimmer.
Well, they both can swim.
Yeah.
Well, they grew up swimming.
Yeah, but
their mother would take them down to the pools because they grew up in Paikea.
Oh, yeah?
And so but then, I don't know, they were swimming for about 2 or 3 years and they were just going hard out, you know. They always go into all their races at primary school and then intermediate and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I think breaststroke put them off. Because they were doing breaststroke, you know how everyone else does breaststroke, but then their coach at the time were trying to get them to do the proper way.
Yep.
And they just started getting bored with it, you know, because they stopped having fun with it.
Yeah.
And so they just drifted off. And
We'll get them back into ocean swimming one day, dude.
Yeah. Well, my son was down here. The last time he was swimming, I tried to get him in the pool, but he didn't get back from his mate's place until
Okay, nice. So did you grow up swimming when you were a little dude? No.
I only started swimming 3 years ago.
3 years ago?
So I used to play in the ocean, and I could play in the ocean and go jumping in the rivers and
just fun stuff,
that.
yeah.
Fun stuff, you know. do, you know, how your head's up and you just start swinging your arms and thinking, you know, you can go really fast where you go nowhere. But it felt like you were going everywhere, you know.
What made you decide to get into swimming? Chicks in bikinis?
No, well, I was up because I train upstairs in the Olympic.
Yep.
And
in the gym.
Yeah, and Rick Wells was always up there, you know.
Yep.
And we got to know him quite well just through just seeing him all the time, you know, every day.
Yep.
And he'd always go, you know, we'd always be training pretty hard in the gym, going, you know, the weights and the bikes and all the classes. And then he'd just go, oh, you know, you guys need to complement your weight training by, why don't you go and jump in the pool, you know? He goes, I take squads, you know, come down, have a swim. And I went, bro, I can't swim. You know, I'll swim like 10 metres and I'll be toast, you know. Yep. And he goes, no, just come down one day, come down. And so I just ignored him for ages, you know, for 2 or 3 years. And then Craig started coming to the gym and playing heaps of golf with Craig.
Yep.
And he started going to all these Tuesday night beach series stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he was going, bro, you know, you should come. And he goes, and I go, you know I can't swim, bro. And he goes, oh, yeah, that's right. And so he was like at me for 2 or 3 years, you know, Tuesday, come along, just come down and, you know, just sit on the beach and watch us.
Yep.
And I went, nah, stink, you know, not because I was too busy doing other stuff. And then one day I was walking downstairs and I was going for a sauna. and Rick comes out because he was still taking the squads at the time.
Yeah.
And Rick goes, and he goes, oi, where are you going? And I went, I'm going in my sauna, bro. Well, I said to him first, I says, I've got my triathlon to train for. And he goes, what? You doing a triathlon? And then Craig overheard, and he started cracking up, because he knows what my triathlon is. And then Rick goes, what are you going on about? Craig goes, well, ask him what a triathlon is first. And so Rick goes, well, what's your triathlon? I went, sauna, steam room and spa. 10 minutes in each, you know. You know, like, and I went, like, you know, like swimming, biking and running, I can't go steam room, sauna, spa pool. I've got to go sauna, steam room and then spa pool.
There's an order to it.
Yeah, it's a proper order to it, you know. Yeah, and then he started crack up and he goes, oh, well, before you get in the sauna, jump in the pool and show me you swimming. Yep. And I went, and by this time, you know, I've always watched Craig and all them, and you know, they got this high elbow, you know, and they always talk
Craig's
about
like
reach.
a professional, man.
Well, they always talk about, I've got to do a high elbow, you know, you got to get your fingers in, your wrist in, then your elbow in, you know, in that order, and then you got to do a nice, you know, reach and glide, and then pull your other arm out by your hip, you know, not by your hip, by your thigh and things like that. And I went, yes, sweet ass. So I jumped in the pool, and so I took off. And I was trying to think, high elbow, trying to do all this flash stuff, and I got to 25 metres and I was just toast, bro.
A 50-metre pool, right?
Yeah, 50-metre pool, and I got to, because I could see the deep end coming up, and I went, oh no, I'm stopping. So I stopped and I stood up and I was just gassed, like I felt like my lungs were going to explode. And so I just sat there, and you know how you lean on your arm, you know, on your hands on your knees, and I was just going, and then
sucking oxygen.
Yeah, and then I thought, I've recovered enough, so and then I swam to the other end, and I was up the other end for like 5 minutes trying to recover in the deep, you know, you had to hold on to the rope, the side ropes and stuff. And then I came back and did it again, and got to the halfway point again, and toast again. So like 100 metres took me like about, 15 minutes or something.
Yep.
And then I came back, and then I hopped out, and then I went and did, because Rick was up the other end. So I jumped in the sauna, steam room and spa pool. Yeah. And then I got changed and I came back round. And I got round and he goes, hey, come over here. And I went, oh yeah. And I said, what do you think, bro? And he goes, what do you call that? Excuse the language. And I went, what do you mean, what? He goes, well, why'd you stop for a start? And then I went, bro, I was gassed, bro. And like my lungs were like bursting and I could hardly breathe, you know. And he goes, well, why were you trying to do high elbow? Why were you trying to reach? You know, you don't even swim, bro. Why are you trying to do all that stuff? Yeah. And I told him, you know, Craig and talk about it all the time. And he goes, don't listen to those clowns. and then he says, and I told him, I was just toasting. And he says, well, you were kicking like a freight train. What were you kicking like this for, you know? And I went, I don't know. That's why I thought you had to swim, honey. And he goes, okay, I'm going to get you to do two things. And he goes, firstly, get some fins.
Yep.
And I went, oh, okay. Yeah. He goes, put your fins on and just kick slowly with your fins. And then when you when you do your arm strokes, I just want you to bring one arm straight out, slap it in, straight out, slap it in, and then just keep them both going together, one after the other, slap, slap, and then just kick slowly with your fins.
Swimming 101.
Yeah. And he says, I just want you to do that for the next week. I want you in the pool 2 or 3 times, and just whenever you can, just jump in and do one lap like that.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. Yeah, and so I just started doing that. And then I think I did that for about a week. And then Rick goes, right, into the squads you come.
Yeah,
and I go,
after a week.
Into the squads. and I went, did you have to know how to swim in those squads? And he goes, oh, you do, but no, you're getting in. Yeah, and so he put me in there, like they called it, you used to watch it and there was 3 lanes, so it was like slow, medium and fast.
Yeah.
And I went, so I got sick of going, no, this is not the slow lane, so I went fast, faster and faster. So when anybody asked me, I go,
You're in the fast lane.
I'm in the fast lane. Yes, I thought, oh yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, and then so Rick just got me swimming, and then so I started swimming there, and I'd be like, everyone was just passing me all the time, just going past me. And I was sitting in I was only doing it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And Moss was in the 3rd lane. He was just like blasting it, blah, blah, blah.
Fastest lane.
Yeah, in the fastest lane, yeah. And then so we'd sit in the spa pool, and I'd be sitting there and I'd be just going, oh man. He saw me in the swimming squad, and he goes, oh, because I only just barely knew him. I just knew him from sometimes at the gym or whatever. And he goes, oh, and I went, bro, all these guys are so fast, man. And he goes, oh no, just get in the pool and keep swimming, man. And I went, yeah, but all these people are like tapping you on the toes, and then they're just going past you, making you feel like you're just swimming there and going nowhere, And he goes, first rule of thumb of the swim squads, bro, he goes, you don't worry about us, we worry about you.
Yep.
And I went, what do you mean? He goes, we're the fast ones, we know what's going on, we can see you.
Yep.
And so all we do is we just move out, go past, and so you just do what you need to do.
Don't stress, just do your own thing. Yeah,
just do your thing. And
that's
I went,
pretty
really?
cool.
And he goes, yeah, bro, that's what you need to do.
That's pretty cool. There's a lot of guys that get the knickers in a knot with
the
slow
and he says, so don't worry about anybody, because they shouldn't be worrying about, they have to worry about you, but it shouldn't bother them.
Yep.
Because they just go past, finish their thing, and you just do whatever pace you can do. Yeah.
So that was the start, huh?
Yeah, that was the start.
Yeah,
and then, but trouble is, it was like that first year. I was, so I've been about 2 months, I think. And then my sister, she's a weaver up at Wiri Marae.
Yep.
And she's been a weaver with them for years. We're not Ngāti Whātua.
Yep.
And because it's actually Ngāti Whātua, like a weaving thing, and it's mainly a lot of their whānau there.
Yep.
And so she's been weaving with them, and then...
For a long time?
Oh, for ages.
Yeah.
But I think...
She's older than you?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's about 3 years older than I.
So she's like 22, yeah?
yeah. That's right. And she rings me up one day, and she says, oh, I've entered you into Iron Maori. And I went, what's that? And she goes, oh, it's a triathlon in November. And I went, why? And she goes, well, what they did is they got together as a group, and they all decided that, because there's some big girls in there, and really unfit ladies.
This is the Iron Aunties, yeah?
Well, they call them the Iron Aunties because they're talking about Iron Maori.
Yep.
And so they says, on one of their wānangas, I think they must have sat down and started talking about what they can do to help themselves with their own fitness journey.
Yep.
And so they decided, let's do an Iron Maori. But what they did is they got all Ngāti Whātua involved, the marae got involved, and all the whānau got involved to help just these, select whoever they advertise, or who wants to come and do Iron Maori Napier. And they got quite a few, I think. But because they're a weaving group, there's about 7 or 8 of them. I think they're solid, wanted to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they decided, that's it. And then the marae helped support them.
Yeah.
Says, you guys do this, and this, and I think they help with their funding and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then when in the meeting, my sister must have said, oh, yeah, my brother will do it, put him in too. And then she comes and then she tells me, hey,
I've entered you.
yeah, and then she says you're part of the thing, so you need to sign up for it.
Yep.
And so I went, oh yeah, okay then. So I signed up for Iron Maori. Then I was like, it was a 1K swim, 50K bike, and a 10K run. And then I went, oh yeah, that's cool. And I was thinking, oh, gee, I've signed up for this Iron Maori. But I've only just started swimming, and I went, and this is only the pool stuff, and I went, I can't even, how do I even go to swim in the ocean? And then, so I was sitting in this bar pool, I think I was sitting in this bar pool, and then I said to Craig, I says, oh bro, because Craig used to do, he's done it, 2 or 3 Ironman,
Yeah.
but this is going back like 12, 14 years ago, when he last did his last one because he injured his back and he had a couple of surgeries on it, and so he couldn't compete anymore.
Yeah.
And he was away for ages. And he kept talking about, how he loved his triathlon and stuff like that. And so I said to him, oh bro, I had to sign up for Iron Maori because my sister put me in. And he goes, what? And he goes, yeah, it's a triathlon, eh? And I went, yeah. And he goes, how far is it? So I told him, 1K, 50K and a 10K.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, that sounds cool. Cool, bro. So that means you're going to have to start to sign up for beach series now and learn how to swim in the beach.
Yep.
Then I went, looks like I'll have to then, eh? So, and then that's when I sort of like started to get, started to see Dan.
Yep.
Dan from
Ocean Swim Series.
Swim Series. And so I signed up for the Tuesday night ones.
Takapuna back then, yeah?
Yeah, Takapuna, yeah. But before that, so I told Craig, and then all of a sudden, like the next day, we're in the spa pool again, because we go 5 days a week, like Monday to Saturday, 6 days.
Yep.
And so every morning we're in the spa pool, the sauna and the steam room, so it's like a daily thing.
Yep.
And so we're sitting in the spa pool the next day, and then Craig comes in out of the swim squad, because he swims Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
And I swim Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. He comes and sits down in the spa pool and he goes, bro, I've signed up for the Iron Maori, that's us.
Oh, yes.
He went and signed up that night or that day that I told him the day before. And I went, what do you mean you're doing it? He goes, yeah, bro, let's do it.
So you had a training partner?
Yeah, so I had a training partner, and then he goes, right, next Tuesday, that's us, bro, we're at Takapuna Beach Series.
Yep.
And so I went along, and I went, I'll sign up, because the shorter one's 500.
Yep, 500, 1K,
And I went,
1.5,
yeah,
2.
yeah, and 2K, yeah. And I went, I said to Craig, I'll start at the 500. And I'll see how it goes. I was sort of starting to get some momentum in the pool. But, I thought it was momentum, but, still wasn't going anywhere. And then, so my first 500 metres, so, and Dan, man, he hooked me up with a wetsuit and all this sort of stuff, But see, prior to that first 500 metre, Craig and Dan had already taken me out to the ocean just a couple of times, just to come out and test it. Yeah.
Get a feel for it, yeah?
Yeah, that first 500, and I looked at the buoy and I went, man, that's a long way, eh? It's only like 250 out and you got to turn around and come back again.
Yeah.
And I think it took me so the race started and everyone took off and I went, I'm not going to start running like those ones. So I just let them all go away. I walked in and jumped in, started swimming, and I went, yeah, this wasn't too bad, Thinking I was going like fast as, eh? It's like, I think my first 500 took me like 45 minutes.
But you made it, dude.
Yeah, I made it. Because I think I turned, because Craig and them and Hannah was swimming at that time, and Kate Godfrey was swimming at that, and those three used to always swim against each other.
Yeah.
And they'd always finish 1, 2, and 3 in the 1500.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was going, I think my first 500, I was going out. And they had already gone to their 1500, their 750.
Come back,
and they were coming back on the 250 that I was going out. And Craig's going, hey, hurry up, bro. And I hadn't even got to my 250 to turn, eh? Oh, it was crack up, man. Yeah, and then so I just started swimming the 500s.
Yeah.
And then halfway through that season, I turned it into a K.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then since then, you've progressed on to pretty much all the Ocean Swim Series events.
Yeah, well, that first year, Craig goes, just sign up for the short ones.
Yep.
So I signed up for all the short ones.
Yep.
And Rebecca goes, yeah, sweet as. I'm in the short ones. So the first year I did the short ones.
Yep.
And I thought, oh, they were cool, you know, coming last all the time, mate, but it was cool, eh?
Yeah.
My main aim was to get back before they started packing up. That was the main aim. I thought, oh, yeah, cool, eh? But in between all that time, though, like Craig and Dan used to take me out every weekend they were out, or even in the evenings. And I remember them taking me out even when it was rough as, eh?
Yeah.
Because I said to them, well, how do you swim when it's not smooth?
Yeah.
And they go, oh, well, we'll show you. And
Yeah.
so they took me out, no matter what the weather, they told me, they got me to swim Takapuna.
Yeah.
Man, it was swells were big, the waves were smashing.
Yeah.
And so they taught me to swim into the waves with them and sideways across them, you know. And they just did that for like, I don't know, for a few weeks, you know, just every time it got rough, they said,
Do you enjoy it?
oh yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Well, it was all right because I wasn't out there by myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know, I had a sort of an idea on what I need because they were telling me, you know, this is how you should stroke it in different types of swell.
Yeah.
You know, to make it easier on yourself, you know.
Yep.
So they gave me good instruction, you know. So that's what I think helped at the beginning.
Yeah, I think
like
you've
if I
got.
had to do it myself.
Yeah, well, A, it's
I'll probably
dangerous.
give
B,
it
it's
up.
not as much fun, and
No.
C, you're not going to learn as quickly, right? So
No.
I must admit, I like swimming when it's rough because then I don't worry about how fast I'm going. I'm just out there, just living in the in the environment,
Just enjoying the environment. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
talk to us about. So, obviously, me being South African, coming in here for the last 6 or 7 years, I don't know a hell of a lot about the local community, which I'm trying to. But talk to us about maybe swimming as a sport for the Maori community. I mean, is it a big sport? Is it a no-no? You know, how do we get more Maori dudes, cool David Hasselhoff Maoris like
I
you
reckon
into
they
the
need
ocean,
them,
bro?
mate.
Yeah.
Those orange shorts on.
Yeah, red, bro.
Yeah. Oh, red. Are they red? I don't know, really. It is a cool sport to do once you do it, but yeah, it's just a lot of them. A lot of my mates, they just love the water.
Yep.
But they love diving in it. They love fishing in it.
Yep.
They love surfing in it.
Yep.
Just playing in it, you know.
Playing in
not,
it.
Not like they can probably. A lot of them can reasonably swim.
Yeah.
And if they had to float, they could, float and things like that. But when it came to like just swimming, I think it'd be a little bit boring for them, you know. Yeah, because there's no. Well, I know a couple of my mates that said, "Oh no, they've tried it,
Yeah.
you know, but they just don't. They'll stop halfway and then start to play around in the water, you know, because it's just a mundane thing for them. Eh? They just.
So why is it not boring for you?
I don't know. Maybe it's like because I had some good influences
Yeah.
teaching me how to do it.
Yeah. Try and do it properly.
Yeah, and try and do it properly, and then seeing just the improvements. But I don't know, because I remember I tried to swim it in primary school once,
Yeah.
but
Once.
just hated it, eh?
Yeah.
Because we'd have to hold on to the side like everyone. You got to hold on to the concrete wall,
And then kick
and they just make you kick at the wall, and I'm going, and then they got to try, and
What's
then
the point of
then they
this?
tell you to turn to breathe, and it's like whatever, you know. It's like where's the fun in that? You know? We used to have more fun just trying to get who could get furthest underwater, you know. But
So that's an interesting thing because as a New Zealand, it's all communities. We've got a problem with drowning in water at the moment. So
Yeah.
just listening to what you're saying, it really need to try to make sure that we spend less time worrying about teaching people how to swim and more time having fun in the water and just getting comfortable
Yeah.
because it's all about being safe in the water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, well, see, that's what they're trying to do in Ngāti Whātua. That's why the weavers are trying to get everybody interested in the water
yeah.
outside of their fishing and their diving and stuff like that. So they're slowly getting people, you know, some of the weavers are starting to swim more now
Yeah.
and enjoy the water because they can see they're swimming and they're making good progress. But that's where Dan's helped hugely, bro.
Yeah.
Like I know he just loves to see people swimming.
Yeah. And he knows his shit, right?
Oh
So-
yeah, pound it.
So we're going to get your sister on here for a chat as well and talk to the Iron Aunties.
Oh,
and,
good luck.
and get,
They're so busy, man.
I don't.
They're ridiculous.
We'll get it.
And they're weavers too, bro. You know.
Yeah. We'll check him
But
out.
you can the best thing to do is get the three of them together.
Yep.
Like her, Baronia, and
Yep.
Jody.
Yep.
Then you'll be able to, you get them all in there together. Individually, it'll be quite hard.
Okay.
But,
Cool.
but if you got the whole three of them in, because they're the main ones who seem to come and do a lot of the swimming.
The Iron Aunties are famous, right? But
Yeah.
I do have a giggle every now and again because you've been quite like honest. You know, half of them arrive unprepared from time to time, and my daughter's a lifeguard,
Yeah.
and she's on a couple of occasions started a swim race, and your sister or one of the Iron Aunties literally just 100 meters into the swim, they'll put their hand up and go, "Oi, come! I need to lift back to shore.
Yeah.
I've gone, that's far enough. I'm done. I'll take us back in." You know, and they'll put them in the boat and take them back to the beach.
Yeah. They just, some of them just, especially my sister, she goes, "Oh, as long as I start,
Yeah,
then
I was there.
I can stop whenever I like." Eh?
Exactly. So, dude, you started off in a blue 70 sprint wetsuit, yeah?
Yeah, the
With the orange underneath the armpits, yeah?
Mm.
And then we've been through a bit of a journey and
No,
you've
that first one I
upgraded a
got.
couple of times, yeah?
no, the first one I
Yeah.
got stolen, but I had it 1 week,
Where did it get
and I
started?
went like Dan, you know, he said, "No, let's start off with this one."
Yeah.
And I had it a week, and man, I was chuffed. I'd used it twice.
Yeah.
Been out in the ocean Saturday, Sunday, and then for some reason I parked my truck on the road
Yeah.
one night.
Left it in the back.
No, well, because I leave it in the back because the back's, you know, all locked up. The whole truck's locked up and everything. But somehow I came back down the Tuesday morning to go to swim squad. And the back tray of my ute was open,
Yeah.
and I went, "How the hell did they get there open?" And then as soon as I saw it open, I went, "Oh no!" I first was golf clubs.
Yeah. Did they get the golf
No,
clubs?
well, my golf clubs were in there, and a couple other things, but I'd forgotten that my wetsuit was in there. And I ran and I went in and I went, "Oh man, they took my golf clubs."
My
You know,
wetsuits.
no, well, I didn't even think of my wetsuit at the time because I'd only just got it.
Yeah.
It didn't
Just
even
a swim
didn't flag that my wetsuit was even in there as well.
Yeah.
So I put the back up, and then I went to the gym, went swimming, and then halfway through the swim, the squad, I went, "Oh, my wetsuit was in the back, but it was on the other side because I divided off into 3 sections."
Yep.
And I went, "Oh no, it was only the right side I think they got." And then I finished swimming, went in, opened up the back, wetsuit gone too, and I went, "Oh
Cleaned
man,
you
I
out.
was so gutted, eh?"
So then you upgraded.
No, well, Dan got me to, he sorted me out another sprint one,
Yep.
you know, and so I got the sprint one for a while,
Yeah.
thinking, "Oh yeah, that was the fastest wetsuit."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I went to, what's the next one? What's the one after a sprint? Fusion?
Fusion reaction helix.
Yeah,
is
I
the
went to a
top, yeah.
fusion. Mm. And then from the fusion, something happened to it, and you said, "Oh, we've got this reaction."
We chucked you in
a reaction one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I had that reaction for about, a month, wasn't it?
and then it ripped or something.
yeah,
happened,
something
yeah.
happened to it, yeah.
And the only one I had there was a helix. We chucked you in a helix, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And since then, you will never go back to a
Oh,
sprint
no,
again.
yeah. Well, the helix is way faster.
It is nice.
Well, that's what I reckon. But
Hey, you sorry,
I don't notice it.
cough.
Mm.
You were addicted to core shorts for a stage as well, eh?
oh, yeah, core shorts were like
Those are
the
very
king.
cool, eh?
But see, my theory around core shorts was I swim in the ocean in a wetsuit, right? And so that gives me buoyancy.
Yep.
It's like, so I need to get used to, well, I used to think, I've got to get used to swimming with buoyancy.
Yep.
So I thought, if I wear core shorts in the pool, then that's the same feeling as a wetsuit. So, if I'm going to swim in a wetsuit, I might as well train like I've got one because I'm not going to wear a wetsuit in the pool.
No, you'll look like
And
a bit of a
it gave me the
chopper.
same feeling. So that's the only reason I thought, though, I need to wear core shorts.
Yeah.
But when I take the core shorts off, anyway, my legs sink and I'm just dragging my toes on the floor anyway. So now I realise, oh yeah, these core shorts are actually quite cool.
Every time I've seen you at a swim race,
Yeah,
every time
on the ocean.
you've got an ice cream in your hand.
Oh yeah,
How do you know all the ice cream places, dude?
oh years of study, mate.
Now, does it work best when you have an ice cream before your swim or after the swim?
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
No.
What flavour?
Orange choc chip is my favourite.
Orange choc chip.
That's my favourite.
Double scoop?
Oh yeah, never single.
Yeah. Singles for girls, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
So, can you drive past Pocono without stopping?
No. Well, they got the big 12 scoop in there. And my mates know because we used to go travelling quite a lot. You know, when we were even at school.
Yeah.
Because when we were in school and when we just left school, I used to because I don't drink or anything, I never have.
Yeah.
And all my mates, like alcoholics, druggies, just grew up with a whole heap of them.
Yeah.
And then every weekend, they would always go into town or do something stupid, But I'd come back from sport on the Saturday, and I'd come back home to mum and dad's place,
Yep.
and there'd be like 6 cars, just sitting out on the road.
Yep.
All my mates' cars.
Yep.
And they wouldn't be at home; they'd be already gone into town.
Yep.
And this is about 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening when
Yep.
I get back from softball or whatever, or football. And I'd walk in and I'd go, "Oh, what's all the cars doing outside?" Mum goes, "Oh, yeah, that's all the keys are here. They just says, just grab a car, man, and come meet them at this pub, Because then they can drink all they want, and I just go in and up because I'm the driver.
You the designated driver home. That's pretty
So
cool.
my son's the same. He just he doesn't have a particular version to it. Just doesn't like any booze. So
No, I never liked the taste. It's
yeah,
I've
so
tried it all.
he's the same. So
And all my mates' wives and girlfriends have always tried to make all these flash concoctions, cocktails. Oh, you'll love this, you'll love this.
Nah.
But as soon as the alcohol went in it, it was like, oh no, just the palate just never liked it.
Just give me my ice cream. I'm
well,
happy.
I tell you what, it's a good. If it's a problem, it's a good problem to have. I tell you what.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
still doesn't save you much money, but
Oh,
you find other stuff to spend. it on.
exactly.
Yeah.
Golf clubs and wetsuits. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where a lot of the ice cream came from, really. Because I'd be in town, and then I'd go, I get bored, so I'd go down to walk down the because all the ice cream shops were open really late,
Yep.
back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And so I'd just walk down, grab an ice cream, and then come back. And
Dude, what's that thing that Scotty told me about? Something that you guys ate in town that was a fried chicken burger, but instead of the burger bun, it was a donut.
oh yeah.
What's that place called?
Oh, I can't remember now.
So fried chicken in the middle and a
Yeah.
donut
Yeah,
on
the
the
donut's
outside.
the actual bun. Man, those are beautiful.
Are they good?
Yeah,
I can't think of eating one of those, eh?
yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit OTT for me.
Did you have an ice cream after that?
yeah. Of course.
Dude, where's
You must work out hard to get you with all that ice cream, mate.
But see, it's like I don't eat heaps of ice cream, but I just eat ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your favourite place to swim?
Mine.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have one. It's as long as it's the ocean, it's all good.
So happy in the ocean. Prefer the ocean to the pool?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
Definitely. Yeah.
And lately, you have been swimming without your wetsuit in the ocean, right? So
Yeah, just started.
just started trying to get through the whole of winter without a wetsuit,
Yeah, hopefully,
or
yeah.
And the reason why?
I don't know. Just thought I'd try it.
Just something new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I see you guys do it. You do it. Dan does it. Whoever.
Yeah.
Craig won't because he's a softie.
Yes.
That's why they call him Cream Puff. That's his nickname, Cream Puff, from back in the day. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And how's it going?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I do a lot of trying to do a lot of cold stuff because I like Jono. Jono, he's giving me insights on a lot of cold therapy.
Yep.
And he actually told me, he gave me some instructions. Like we had a couple of years ago, we had the iceberg.
Yes.
And he knew I was doing the iceberg, and I just asked him about it. We were sitting in the sauna.
So iceberg's like 2Ks.
Yeah,
and
it was a 2K swim.
temp was about 13.
Yeah, I think so, 13 or 14.
Yeah.
And I just asked him, how do you go in the ocean and prepare for it, and then then when you get in for your swim, you're good for the 2K. So he told me how to enter the ocean.
Yeah.
And then I went in, did what he was telling me to do.
Yeah.
But then you have to come out for the start. But when I came out, I thought, I wanted to stay in, thinking, I should stay in. But we came out for 2 or 3 minutes, and then our start happened. But then when I ran in for the start, I ran in like it didn't matter. Like I just jumped in, dove in and started swimming.
Yeah.
No head rush. You didn't get the ice cream headache.
Because you were a little bit acclimatized.
Because I'd already done, the work previously. Like it took me like 5 to 10 minutes to prepare myself and what John had told me
In the
to
space
do.
of 3 years, you've gone from back of the packet to like cold swimming expert, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You're a legend.
Well, I wouldn't be an expert on it, but
Oh,
I don't mind the cold now because I just cold shower now. That's all.
No, that's just stupid.
I just cold shower now. I don't do any warm shower
Every day?
anymore. Yeah, every day. Yeah.
Switch on cold, jump in as it's cold, or do you start warm and then go
No.
cold?
I used to just like John was saying, just have your own normal shower,
Yeah. And then go
but then
cold
step
again.
out, turn it straight to cold, give it 20 seconds, and then jump in and stay in as long as you could.
Yeah.
So when I first started, it was like 10 seconds. I was out.
Yeah.
10 seconds. I accidentally, turn the water off.
Yeah.
And then I got to 20 seconds, 30 seconds, then a minute.
Yeah.
And then couple, so I just go straight. I don't worry about the warm one anymore,
That's
unless
true.
I'm like just really cold or I just feel like a warm shower first.
Yeah.
But I'll always finish with a cold one.
So you're never going to have
cold.
Yeah, I love it.
You prefer cold. So you're never going to have a girlfriend or a wife or anybody showering with you in a cold shower. You're there alone, definitely.
Yeah.
I have to say, nothing's changed.
Yeah. I'll be there for the sauna, the steam room, and the spa for that.
For the triathlon.
When I first met you, you used to put a little waterproof boombox into a tow float.
Oh, my Yui boom.
Your Wiri boom, that
Yeah,
was it,
yeah,
and you used
yeah.
to tow that out and listen to music while you're swimming. You've progressed from there to all sorts of bone density,
The
pots,
shocks ones,
yeah.
which are the best ever.
They're awesome, yeah?
Yeah.
And you swim in the ocean with those and in the
Every
pool.
time I'm swimming,
Yeah.
they're on.
What do you listen to?
Oh, it depends. There's a whole mix of a lot of house music on there.
Yeah.
There's heaps of Bob Marley.
Does anything make you go faster than
No.
any other songs?
No.
No?
You can put on the fastest songs you want. They ain't gonna make me sweat. Yeah. I might think I am.
Biscuits.
Yeah. I could think I am, but nah.
So you mentioned to me the one day that I can't remember if it was you or if it was a mate of yours that had some type of sort of theory around the obviously sound travels really fast and far in water,
Oh yeah.
and that music that you were playing was possibly being heard by dolphins and whales and all sorts of things there, and it would possibly attract
Oh, cool.
ocean life. Yeah, was it you I was chatting about?
I think so. Oh, someone was telling me about it though. Like, I'd go swimming, like when I was first started swimming, and
Yeah.
because I tried about 10 different types of music, MP3 like
Yeah.
waterproof music players, and
Half of them aren't waterproof, yeah.
no, well they all were. They weren't too bad at the beginning, but they all had the cables and they'd bugger out, and you get quite staticky
Yeah.
volumes, and they weren't any that good. So when I had my Yui boom player, I read what it was, and it said it's a waterproof one.
Mm.
So I tested it at Mum's place, and I just threw it in the pool,
Yeah.
and it just floats anyway. And so it just sits on the water, and it was playing my music, and I went, oh, why don't I just put this in a tow float?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I put it in the tow float, but I used to put it in the wrong way in the tow float,
Yeah.
because how you blow the tow float up, and then you got that little turn,
Yeah.
the sealed piece.
Yeah.
I used to think you have to put everything in that sealed piece,
Oh no, go right down, yeah.
and then I'd turn it over, and I could only overlap it once.
You weren't closing
but
it
it was
properly.
always leak. And then Dan goes, "What are you doing?" I went, "Oh, thinking, no, you put it in there, then you blow it up, and then you seal it off properly, so everything's in the actual tow float."
There you go.
Yeah, and that's where I just started playing the music. And
You should put one in. Yeah, Shazil will love it if you can play him some music when he's swimming, eh?
That's actually not a bad idea.
because you can actually hear it. You hear it really well. And if you're swimming next to it, you can. Like I can hear it sort of when I'm swimming, but I can hear it only when I stop. I hear it mostly. But if someone's swimming next to me and they're just on my hip,
Yeah.
it's right next to their ear.
Yeah. It's maybe not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's really
I can make
cool.
him tow it as well, right? So he can carry the weight.
Well, you need something to slow the dude down.
Man, he's quick, eh?
Wow, he's so strong, eh?
He
It's getting
is fast,
faster and faster, man. That's not a good thing, eh? What are you currently doing to improve technique and sort of improve your swimming? If anything.
Sitting in the sauna and watching them swim past in the pool, because the sauna's got a clear window, so it doesn't fog up. You just sit there and you just watch as everyone goes past.
It's like
you go, oh
YouTube.
yeah, there's blah blah blah, there's blah blah blah. Oh yeah, they need to work on their elbows not coming out enough, or their hands not out of the pocket or something like that. But I know, well, Dan's given me a few things to work on, and I just practice those, like only 2 or 3 things.
Yep.
Mm.
And I know when we swim together, you're always doing a little bit of sculling. You
Well, I
rely
try
on
to.
that, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I like drills.
Yep.
I love doing drills. The only reason I like drills though from in the beginning was because like when Rick had the squads and Dan used to coach.
Yep.
Dan used to coach Saturday mornings.
Yep.
And Kate used to coach as well.
Yep.
But it was Saturday was sort of more for skills.
Technique.
Yeah, technique. They were known as technique Saturdays.
Yeah.
And because they were only like 25 meters, everything was 25 meters.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I love this, skull
Keep up.
25, skull, just go round and round and round and
Yeah.
you do something different every 25 meters.
Yeah.
Because I never liked, then when they said, oh, you got to warm up for 200, 400, and I'm going, oh man, just got boring,
Yeah.
That's why I like the skill. So that's why I love drills. I'll do drills all day. Plus I love all the toys. The pool buoy, the paddles and the fins.
I was thinking-
I love the snorkel.
Yeah.
Man, if I had big hands and a fat ass, I'd be such an awesome swimmer.
You're talking about Woody.
But I've always thought that speed is overrated anyway.
Oh, that's what it is. It's not like we're 22 anymore, right? I mean, you're what, 58, 59?
57 this year.
57, so yeah, as long as we keep moving forward, right, it's all good.
Yeah, I think so.
Woody, how many times a week do you swim?
4 now.
4 times a week? So, and that's what, 2...
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday mornings. And then
Yep.
Wednesday night with you.
Alright, cool. So it's three pool-based and 1 ocean type scenario?
No, 4 in the pool.
4 in the pool?
Yeah, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Saturdays in the pool.
And then occasionally a Sunday.
Yeah, then I'll do an ocean swim.
Got you.
Well, in the winter, we're going to try and get out most Sundays.
Yeah.
Just like even if we just jump in and swim.
Where do you normally swim from?
The boat ramp in Takapuna.
Takapuna boat ramp.
I only like it over there because it feels nicer to swim there.
It's a lovely place to swim. I just find that in summer there's too many people swimming there.
summertime's
But
brutal.
winter times it's awesome, and it's just you've got that whole buoy line, so you've got so many different choices of how
you
far
got
you
the
want
pink
to
ones
swim.
on the inside and
Got the pink ones and the yellow
on the
ones.
outside.
There's just so much choice.
And you've got the ice cream shop right there at the end as well.
A really good one too.
They are very good there.
Yeah, well, there's 3 of them there, but there's 3 ice cream shops on the main strip.
Yes,
But
like
only-
right
but only
by the
one's
boat,
worth going to. Yeah.
Which
the,
one, Woody?
The other 2 are just the other 2 are terrible.
Hey, what's a good price for 2 scoops of ice cream?
Oh, it's a good. Well, it should be only like $4 at the
$4?
most. Yeah, $4 maximum.
Okay.
But
so
it's
anything
coffee
more than
and cone,
$4.
guys, it's $2. Yeah, so
yes,
that's cool.
yeah.
Swimming events.
That's
Yeah,
at
they're
the
awesome.
Barfoot
Love
and
them.
Thompson guys,
Yeah,
Their van.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool.
Nice. What's on the bucket list, Woody? Swim wise, what are you? Any new swims you want to tackle? I know you've been hinting at some ice swimming stuff one day.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite yet, but
Yeah, I might look at it next year.
Yeah.
No, I just do all the ocean swims. Like I signed up for all the long ones again
Yep.
this year. There's 7 of them, so that'd be
Yep.
cool. And I haven't been to Nelson before, so
Yeah.
looking forward to Nelson. So I'll miss the Iron Maori this year because
Yep.
it's clashing on the same weekend.
Nelson's beautiful, man. That's going to be a really good swim event, hey?
Yeah. Well, it used to be there, didn't it?
So we've dropped out. What did Dan
Christchurch,
drop?
Wellington,
Christchurch.
and Bean Rock.
Got you.
Yeah.
Nice. So it'll be nice to freshen it up a little bit, hey?
Yeah. Well, the first 3 this year, we've got Harbour Crossing first,
Yep.
and the 18th of October,
Yep.
and then the first weekend in November is the Nelson swim,
Yes.
and then the last weekend in November is the
Rangi.
Paiheta Russell.
Oh, okay, that's a big one.
Yeah, and then the Rangi's, I think it's Taupo, Rangi, Blue Lake, and then the Mount after Christmas.
Got you.
I
You've
think
done the
it's a
Rangi
big
swim, yeah?
Yeah, that was also first time last year.
One of your favourites?
Yeah, it was cool. I've always wanted to do it.
Nice.
And I thought, oh yeah, this will be a cool idea. But I went to do it the year before, but I got sick. And so I just watched the finish line. Mate, it was so smooth that day.
Yeah.
They reckon it was just so smooth, it was nothing.
And this last year was chaos.
Well, look, this year was like, I thought, oh yeah, no, because we took the boat over.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, it doesn't look too bad out there.
Yeah.
You know, and we'd already done Paihia to Russell, you know. And Paihia to Russell, we left at like 5:30 or 5:45.
It was flat, yeah.
And it was flat as.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, you know, I don't think it won't be too bad. And then when we took off, it was like, oh man,
And the wind was pumping.
this is brutal, yeah.
Yeah.
It took me ages.
Yeah.
Managed to go sort of straightish. But I don't look at my own one, I just steal Craig's one. Every time, mate, Craig has to send me his picture of my swim. So then I can post up, hey, this is where I swam today. Yeah.
Hey, Woody, it's been really cool chatting to you about your swimming.
Yeah, nice.
And
That's
I would love it if we could find like another 10,000 Woodies to come and swim, dude, because it's often considered like a bit of an elitist sport, if I can put it that way.
I
A
always
lot
used
of
to think
people
it was.
are intimidated by it, right? But
Yeah.
dude, we are craving to have some fresh blood like yours. Come and swim. Guys that are like all swimmers who are super cool and super chilled, which is quite nice. But just not to be worried about what anybody else is thinking about you, right? Whether you finish in 20 minutes or you finish in an hour, nobody cares, right?
No.
And that's what's been really cool
Actually,
about
there's
it.
only ever one person that cares, and that's you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody else cares.
That's a good
Yep.
point,
Yep.
yeah.
Well, I always used to go into the races thinking, oh, as long as I get back before they start packing up.
Then you're done.
And but sometimes there was a Paihia to Russell one
Yep.
year. I think it was my first one or second one. I was swimming and I was going, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I got to about buoy 5. And then all of a sudden I saw buoy 10, 9, 8 and 7 go cruising past me. And I was thinking, oh, yeah, 6. I've just gone past 5 now. I better hurry up. You know? But they were only taking it in because they needed to set it up for the 1K.
A different course.
Yeah, for another call for the short ones. Oh, it was a crack up. I was just laughing to myself. So I was going through my playlist. They going, oh, what's some fast music? Because I had Bob Marley on. Normally Bob Marley kicks in between buoy 7 and 4. And then it's just like cruise, you know.
It's got it all worked out.
Yeah.
You and Michael Phelps, dude, he's also a music guy, right?
Oh, it's cool, man. Yeah.
Have you ever been pulled out of a swim?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taupo this year.
Taupo?
Yeah, because I think because it was run under some New Zealand secondary school thing, right?
The Epic.
Yeah, the Epic. So there is actually proper times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and so
The rules were a lot different.
we had 2 hours to finish the 5K, and we'd get. I think Dan would normally give us 2.5, and so I got about 4K in, and I was going, oh, because I kept looking back, and I was going, where is everybody? Because I knew I was in front of a few people. And then the boat come cruising along, and you say, "Oh, you got to get in the boat, bro." You know.
I'll tell you what I was lucky because I did the 5K as well,
Yeah.
and I didn't finish in the 2 hours.
Yeah.
But I was just close to the end. So
Yeah,
basically,
that's cool.
we had to stop and wait for the for the
other
2.5K to
Yeah.
start, and then they let us finish. And I tell you what, despite the fact, I mean, I should have been disqualified, but I was the only person in my age group at TOG, so I won a medal. But I thought that I didn't count, so I was sitting there chatting to this guy, and I missed the whole ceremony.
I remember that.
Yeah, so that's the only time I've been pulled out.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Yeah. I'll just have to swim faster so I finish it this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Wirimu Campbell, you're a legend. Keep up the swimming. We're going to interview again in like 3 years' time and catch up and see what your adventures have been. And thanks for sharing your story.
No, awesome. Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks, brother.
Pleasure.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Wirimu.
Yeah, good work.
Well, thanks for listening. As always, if you've got any comments or feedback for us, if you can drop us an email at cleverdixnz@gmail.com, or if you're on Instagram, you can go to our Instagram page and leave a comment there. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks very much, and see you in 2 weeks.